Hello everybody, unit farming catch up. Hello, hope you're doing well, especially for people that are free to play and also, a little bit of spendy here, a little bit of unit farming here. Pick your poison, how you play to choose to play the game even. One thing I've tried to do as a non-spending player is not dip into too much of the 9k that I've got. Did go down a little bit, but that was because this black screen bug in Incursions was just unbearable. In any case, hopefully I don't go into much of this and I'm able to add to it. Reason being is that on, I'd say late March, well not late March, it will be April time, you're likely to see Act 8.4 drop. And Act 8.4 at the end of it is going to have a deal. It may be a good deal, it may be a bad deal. And it may be a case that you'll be more inclined to wait for things like July 4th deals. With 5 months away, I thought I'd do a bit of an update on the amount of units you can farm between now and indeed July 4th, or the week before or after, it depends how Kabam run it. So you can get yourself, as you know, 150 units per different types of difficulty: contender, proven, conqueror, uncollected. Grab the amount of units you want, work towards it. Obviously energy is a bit of a costly thing at the moment, but I'm sure the things around the corner to improve things. But 750 units for doing all of the different difficulties over 5 months. Good. Okay, that adds to everything. Calendar-wise, 100 units a month, 500 total. We've also got, there's other things like variants, as I've said before, and there's other bits of content that gives units here and there, but we don't know what's going to happen with that. There could be something like, a Lunar New Year event. There could be something like, doesn't happen. So you've got to be very open-minded about these things. Solo events, these are so important. I can't stress this enough. Make sure to do solo events on a daily basis. You free revive, not free revive, but by grinding it, you get your revive, you get your level 4 health potion, or level whatever it is, and as well you get yourself 25 units. Those 3 things are just so important. Yes, there's other stuff, but those 3 things are so important for any player, especially any free-to-play player. So there's 145 22-hour solo events in the 5 months. So I think it's like 145 22-hour solo events in 5 months, which I think it even kind of boils down to like 3,000 odd hours divided by 22 hours of those particular 3,000 plus hours. Look, just go with the fact it's going to be 3,625 units. It's the biggest chunk of the kind of grind without having to do excessive amounts of arena for your trouble. So it gives you a perspective of free to play 8,265 units just by doing all of these things as mentioned here. If you got yourself the Summoner Sigil, it does add an extra 1,425 units over 19 weeks for your obviously weekly thing. 9k, nearly 10k to be exact. And there may be some other events, like there may be a Platinum Pool event in like April, maybe, don't know. Random events, 300 units, possibly. Maybe, don't know. We don't know what the future holds. There could be an extra 300 units. There may be nothing. Fabulous Crystals from a Platinum event could give 150 units. Again, possibly, don't know. We'll have to see. Could give an extra 750 units. There could be something different, something new, something we didn't know about. We shall have to see. So yeah, it gives you a bit of perspective there if you do it with not an excessive amount of arena grind. If you're willing to do a bit more, you kind of add in a bit more to the situation. I've been trying as much as possible to find some time for arena grind, but it's very difficult nowadays. There's so many things to do in game. And I know Kabam say, oh, you should target this. But it's like, if you don't do arena and say you don't invest, 10 hours a week, 6 hours a week, 5 hours, whatever hours a week, it's time taken away from doing other things. It's time taken away from doing a Necropolis run. If you do a 100% Necropolis run right now, it probably would take you over 40 hours to do and that's the low end of going from start to finish, especially if you took breaks and other stuff as well and slept, because sleeping's essential. There's also other things to do in game that you just got to find the time to do. An hour here to do a Karina's challenge, maybe 2 hours. It really does depend on time frame, but there's a lot of things on in game. Battlegrounds, man, that's something I've got to do. Trying to balance that in is so difficult with real life stuff, but that I sympathise with a lot of free-to-play players. I sympathise with a lot of people that want to do a lot in game but feel not suppressed, but they feel kind of treading water, and I think Kabam don't make it very easy for it, especially with a lot of alliance-based restrictions and not restrictions, I'd say guidelines and goals and aspirations that you want to achieve, and sometimes it's not always easy to do that. But anyway, it is what it is, and if you want to grab units if you're free to play, you can get a good chunk, whether it's 10k from doing up to 20 milestones. Yes, okay, like, you know, people might not be able to do 20 milestones. I don't. I probably do about half that, but I do about 10. But it's all about being in it to at least kind of get somewhere. A higher end of grind, 16k. Top end, 23k is what you'll be looking at if you were to invest your time into Arena. And I would say if you're not interested with doing Arena to get units, say by now, say by like July 4th deals, then I would recommend starting at least in July because of Cyber Weekend, depreciation of value of some of the items that Kabam put out. And the number 2 thing, Banquet event. Those 2 things are mega. And of course, you know, we did have before that, was it Cap's Commissary? So look, there's going to be much more things that kind of like come up from time to time that are going to help you out, kind of make some gains. So, you know, be wary of those particular situations. Let's go into some final totals and kind of give a bit of, you know, an idea. From doing like not so excessive arena grinding, just that 22-hour arena solo event, and maybe some special events that drop from time to time, unit giveaways, whatever it is, you could be looking at 9k just by doing those things. Like, I know a lot of people aren't fans of doing excessive amounts of arena, but you could do like a little bit just for the 22-hour solo event. So I would recommend using like, you know, 7 stars, 6 stars, your rarest champions, and just sink them in. Just kind of like, don't care about kind of building out your ×3s or whatever. Just get wins under your belt when it comes to your rarest champions to get to the 22-hour solo event and get those 25 units and the revive and the health potion for your trouble. If you're willing to do a little bit of a low-end arena grinding, then, you know, with a bit of RNG luck, you could see yourself getting 24,275 units before July 4th deals drop. Or, yeah, before, actually, July 4th deals drop. And again, why I do these videos is to kind of, like, give you a bit of perspective. I know people don't like arena. I know some people don't like it. But, you know, use your boosts in, you know, pop open those solo crystals, use those boosts, invest them in your grind, and at least get you somewhere. It's a little bit more easier nowadays to use those boosts, obviously, to get yourself to milestones quicker. But I get it. Some people don't like it. But if you want some of the stuff that's better in game, just do a bit of it. And a high-end grind, you're probably looking at about 41,000 units between now and July 4th deals. Will I be able to have the time to do this? No, I never get the time to do this. But that's because I'm making videos. You know, I'm recording this on a Friday night. I've made 3 other videos in the last kind of 4-5 hours, and look, in that time I could have been grinding arena, but it's important to kind of put this video out, and then over the weekend I may get some time. I won't, because there's other stuff on, but you know, you got to live a little bit. Maybe I'll find a little bit of time to sneak a little bit of arena grinding here and there, and I think that's important. But yeah, I hope this helps out, put people in a bit of a perspective of what is possible to get between now and July 4th deals. You've still got time. And one of the other reasons that I make these videos is to kind of remind you, you've still got time. I make them on a regular basis to kind of, you know, instruct you to say, there is a chance to grab a bit more. Just go and, you know, grind it, and you'll find that you'll have something that will, even if you're getting a deal for about 5k and July 4th deals. Of course, you want about 21,000 units to get a lot of the decent things. But you got to be a bit real in this situation and try not to make sure this game burns you out. I try so much, you know, to make sure this game doesn't burn me out. But it does happen. It really does. But keep strong. Keep grinding. Keep farming those units and grab those milestones. Focus on them rather than focusing on, you know, doing excessive amounts to get some of these champions. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Good luck. Check out some other content located on screen. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a lovely day and goodbye for now.